kids, Mark Miller here. You can't quite see me behind the animated font right there. That's what we did yesterday. We built the animated font. I think I better fix that first because, you know, it's kind of blocking everything that we're working on. Let's see, that was over here in overlays. Let's get some music playing too. That's right in here. We just had added this code right here to put some text in at the very beginning. Just comment that out like that. Let's refresh the front overlay. Do that. And I thought I started the music. Did it start? No, dang. Oh, the crash means we've got to reset those pieces. I should have restarted them before starting the stream. I'm pretty sure that's what's needed. What do we have? Any control? We have that remote control there. But we lost our connection. Did we lose our connection with OBS? We lost our connection with OBS. I wonder if there's, yeah, I guess there's no way to do that other than just restarting. I think this is the guy that's connected to OBS. Your requested scene does not exist. So I guess we killed this guy. Let's see if we can do just a minimal restart here of pieces. And now let's see, do we have control? Okay, we have control of that. And now, do we have control of the drones? Do we have control of the music? No. So that means we're going to, at the very least, going to have to restart the drone game. Now let's. And look at that! Somehow, it's going to go with this music. It's all going to work. Everybody knows the show better than I do. All right. Music. Still not working. Music not working? Does that mean it's this guy is music? I don't think so. I think it's the other one, but we can close that one down, restart that guy too. See what happens with that one. Now he's back up and running. Okay, now music, nothing. I'm gonna refresh. Drone game. Music. Wow. I have to shut them both down. Probably means I need to shut down the main window in the D&D app, which I'm doing right now. Just close it on machine number 2. Restart that as well. Should have learned. I was like, oh, internet's down. Oh, it's back. Okay, cool. No worries. Should have learned. All right, restarting that guy. So anyway, yesterday I think we did a pretty good job creating that font in a relatively short period of time. I think it was we got to a pretty sophisticated implementation of the font. Okay, and then one more time on my overlays. Refresh those one more time. There we go. And what's the last thing? Let's hide all the name tags. Cool. So yeah, we did a we did a pretty good job. We have a font where all the text lines up at the baseline. We can totally size it and it'll still line up at the baseline. We can right justify it, center it, or left justify it. And we can spin its color in any direction. So we can rotate that color. That all looks good. Today we need to kind of get closer, another step closer. Let's bring up PowerPoint and we'll talk about what we need to work on today. So at this point, the cost, it's not too bad. It takes about 25 seconds to load the entire font. That's what I would say. If we start an animation, that's for every character. But if we only need to put a few characters on screen, like, you know, like the first name of somebody, it takes about 3 seconds, and you see something almost immediately. So it's really not too bad if we're talking about just loading it from scratch. To load, you know, 5 characters, something like that. 5 characters. And I guess the math would mean, well, that's really more like 5 seconds. But that's kind of what we're talking about. Somewhere in that space right there. Well, there's actually more than the entire, every character, it's not just 26 characters. It's 36 plus probably about another 8 or something like that. It's about 42 characters are loaded. So yeah, this is actually closer to what I estimated, about 3 seconds. Okay. The cost is not too bad from a performance standpoint. Once they're up, it seems not too bad, but we still got to throw everything else at the machine, at the graphics card, and see if we start to see any kind of, you know, glitchy. I think we might end up seeing that, but so far I'm pretty pleased with the result. We got the spacing right. I feel like the spacing looks pretty good. Even for the only thing that we might consider is like a W followed by like an A kind of thing, you know. Consider tweaking for angled characters. Like a W followed by an A. 425 show is raiding with Party 22. Thanks for the raid, kids. 425 show, tell me about that. What were you guys doing? Cody Rose says, I actually think it looks pretty cool as it loads the font. Yeah, I think it does. Identity for IT pros. See you, Matt Steps. And you come to my show and you see the words, is this too crazy at the top? And that's kind of what we're all about here. By the way, Rory Becker's going to be joining us in about 30 minutes. He'll be calling in. He's my co-host slash co-partner programmer, pair programmer. No, I didn't say life partner, honey. All right. So anyway, so this is what we're doing. We started work on this yesterday. We created an animated font that looks cool. We want to be able to essentially create live graphics using Typescript and C# on a live show here on Twitch. It's a Dungeons and Dragons show. Here, let me get you a link out to that. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, that's a link to it right there. It's a little crazy over there on that show, but we use the effects that we create on this show on that show over there. And so I want to create these live effects that are similar to what you would see, like, you know, watching a sporting match, you know, live effects over the top of players. And one of the things that happens in a Dungeons and Dragons roll is you have a contest roll. And it's going to look a little bit like something like this. There's one piece here I got to add in here. It's the contest doors. I'm adding this right now in OBS. Let's see if I can grab that file and bring it in here. Over on my D drive, which is running out of space. And inside the D&D folder, show assets, video, contest, and there's my contest. The doors right there. Use hardware decoding and close file when inactive. Go. Turn on the audio for the contest doors so I can see it here as well. All right, so when we switch over from the player's view to the contest view, it's kind of like this. It'll close. Then we're going to open up the verses piece. We're going to see the verses in the background. And there's also going to be maybe one other piece in here too. There's probably one other kind of special effect here. We'll call this contest intro, and we want to programmatically trigger all of these. Is what we want to do. Oh, hold on, it looks like I might already have it. There it is. So, although that one has got, maybe sounds like it's got to be regenerated, it's got the sound effects on it, but that's kind of the essence of this, that we see the contest doors, we see the explosion in the background, we come out here, we get to the verses, and then we start showing one of 20 different scenes in that upper left corner and another one down in the bottom right corner. There'll be scenes that'll basically talk about what is the contest roll between the two players going to be about. And so it might say something in Dungeons and Dragons, you have got like animal handling, for example, or acrobatics, or dexterity or deception. Those kinds of things will show up there, and we'll hear the sounds of those. We can support one of those and 2 players. We can support 2 of those and 2 players. We might be able to support more than 2 players, I'm not sure. But we're going to use the font we created to put the names of the players in the right spot. So the whole thing looks gorgeous, looks totally professional, looks like somebody rendered it on After Effects before, we got here. That's kind of what we're going to do. So to do that structurally, kind of what we need to do, write some code in both C# and in Typescript. Let's talk about that a little bit here. So on the C# side of things, I've already added a signal R command, and it's called contest command. And I'm going to use this to send some sophisticated data from C# down to Typescript. Sophisticated commands down to Typescript. And so, as an example, now let's talk about, maybe before we get in here too heavy, let's talk about the UI too, because the UI is a little bit tricky. Everything happens on the Stream Deck. And I think I got the Stream Deck app up here, and this is what I've got tentatively built for the UI right here. So the idea is that we're going to have these, let me just pop up and throw it some NPC characters here, and you can kind of see them kind of right here. I can just pop them up here. I'm just punching the buttons here and hitting show high. So we've got some NPC characters here up in the game with us. And what I want to be able to do down here on in the context page right here is I want to be able to punch in a number like 13 and then hit add. And now that's going to add Reginald Pippingsley to the list of contestants. I think, here's the thing, if I just have 2 participants, hey Mooney Machine, good morning to you. If I only have 2 participants, then this becomes, I think, much easier, right? But what if I allow more than that? Because in a D&D role, sometimes you can have an outcome where, like, say, the +5 sword drops to the floor and 4 characters all say they're going to try to get to it. And so we're going to do their dexterity checks against each other, and only one can be the winner. And so that might be what we end up doing. So I kind of want to support more than one, which means I think I need another button here. I've got this back button, I've got the add button, and I think I need a button that's going to be like versus. Let me just copy this and paste this here. We're going to call this versus. And so when I hit this button, when the Dungeon Master hits the versus button, what I wanted to do is I wanted to say, okay, now we're going to add, we've finished the top level, and now we're going to add to the bottom level. That's what we're going to do. So with that, I can punch in a number, hit add. I can keep doing that. I can hit the back button to remove a person at a time if I add the wrong person, right? And then I get verses, and then the next question is, how am I going to do this? When are we going to be able to push these buttons here to say what they are? I think it's before I hit verses, and then again a second time afterwards if if we're competing against two different groups of skills and abilities. So for example, I could have one player's dexterity go against another player's strength, something like that. So that's kind of what we're looking for right there. So I think we're going to go, we'll go in, the sequence will be push some numbers, hit add, that might repeat, or it might be push one of the players, and then by just pushing them, these will toggle, these will add, and back will remove. And the Dungeon Master will see the names as they appear as we hit all these buttons. Yeah, and so this, we should be flexible enough that we can press this at any time. So we can push these at any time and it'll just figure it out. If we're still in the top area, hitting these at the top will replace the top one. And if we've hit verses, then they'll replace the bottom one. And if we hit back after we've destroyed everything in the verses, we go back up to the top, I think. So there's kind of like this state, and the state of this thing, looks like contest state, added players at the top. So if we haven't, we've either got none, no state at all, we're not in a contest state, or we've added players to the top. That's one of those states that we can get to. So we've hit a button here and hit add, or we've hit one of these guys right there. Versus shouldn't work unless we get one of the skills and abilities. In fact, maybe what we do is we say this, versus, would that work? And then we come in here, hit one of these, and then come back. And then that will then allow us to specify the bottom. Or maybe we have a top and a bottom. We have this twice in here. That might be more interesting and easier conceptually for the Dungeon Master to wrap his or her head around. Okay, something like that. That's what I'm playing with. That's kind of a little bit what the UI looks like. I think I'm going to, well, these, I like these right here because this matches how the players go across. I kind of want the players to be up on top. So I'm a little bit like, do I want to like pack them up here? I don't know what I'm thinking about. And then we do this here. And then that looks a little bit more like what we're expecting to see. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Like that. That's what I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to have a top and a bottom, and then, so we're going to come in here, we're going to hit one of these players for whoever's on top, or multiples of them. The back button should work with whatever one we've already done, and then these are going to add to the bottom. The back button takes out whatever, so we've got added players to the top. Set a skill or ability for the top players. That's important. We need that before the roll. So that means we need errors if we need errors if we try to roll before. All right. Yeah. So the Dungeon Master can see. Oops, forgot to do that. So let's go over to the top players. And then we have added players, got NPCs to the bottom. At this point, we can roll. Yeah, the other way to do this too is after setting top, after setting the top skill, we can move on to setting the bottom. Players. Something like that, I think. So we've got, and then so this state right here should transition into this state down here. We're adding to the bottom, and at this point, once we've added a player, it goes to this one, ready to add players to the bottom. And then that back button can take us backwards through the states. So we can go from here to here. You can also jump ahead if they come in and reset the top skill. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. What that means is that every single one of these pieces in here, contest, is going to need a different, some sort of button differentiator to say that, hey, you're coming from the top and this one's coming from the bottom, like that. So, that. On the end of each one of these, like that. Something along these lines. I'll just put a few of these in right now so that we will, don't want to get too tedious here, just so that we have a few buttons that we can test with. Okay, so we've got a couple of those in there. All right, cool. Now, so we need, so the UI. Stream Deck manages state, state change, like that. We're gonna have buttons to add players to the top, add NPCs to the bottom. They could also go to the top or top. Right? Clicking add doesn't go to the bottom until after we've specified the top right here, I think. Once we've specified that top one, then we just move to the bottom. Do we need some sort of indicator? Possibly an indicator to show where new players will go. Would be good. And this is what's kind of cool about this kind of doing UI on a Stream Deck for this show, is that it's a little bit unreal in that the feedback is essentially the live stream, the video sent across the world to the Dungeon Master. The Dungeon Master controls using the Stream Deck. So the Dungeon Master hits a button, and that sends a signal out to chat room. Chat room gets the signal and then deals with the UI. So using the live stream as UI for the Dungeon Masters actually works out really well. So some sort of indicator to show where new players go. I'm starting to lean towards this a lot. Indicator to show where new players will go, top or bottom. Yeah, players, add players, those are always going to be on the top. Players always on top. Add enemies, NPCs, the top or bottom, and gosh darn it. What if it's player versus player? Yep, I think we can do either one. Top or bottom, players, enemies. Okay. That means we need a top bottom indicator. We haven't thought about, so we're going to need that for sure. Switch entry between top and bottom. A couple ways to do this. One is hit the NPC ability check button. And hit the back button, I suppose. Or maybe we do this. We only have one of these like this, and then we have just two simple buttons here for top and bottom, like this. So a button here that says top, and a button down below. Let's change the color. Let's see here. Okay, this guy's going to be my top button. And that guy's going to be my bottom button. All right, cool. All right, so that's the UI I can get behind now. So we've got this. There's our top button right there. And this command is probably going to be something like, I don't know, contest dot move up, contest top, like that. And this is contest bottom. And switch back down to there. Sweet. Now, you know what? I'm okay with that. Let's just bring the text up to the top. Okay. All right, so there we go. Top and bottom, skill, back, add, and then we're going to need a roll button here. I'm going to take this out of here, just to roll the dice, and I guess I'll do it there. Move these here, so I've got extra space here. We don't accidentally hit that one. I think I like it. I think I'm into it. Now that the back button, the question is, do I need the back button anymore? The back button is useful if I accidentally add somebody that I don't want to add. Yeah, so I think I still need that. All right, so this is going to be contest top, this is going to be contest bottom, this is going to be contest back. That's the command there, and this is going to be maybe contest add. Like that. And this one is going to be contest add player. I think I'll do that. Fred. I'll change these icons a little bit in the future. Okay, so now I've got my commands. Let's write these down because we need to add these in here. So on the C# side of things, I need to add some Stream Deck commands. One of them is contest. One of them is contest add player. What else? Skill checks its contest as well with a skill following it. Okay, I'm good with that. Still, so it's just general purpose contest command. This is for adding players, toggling top bottom modes, and moving back, deleting last added player/NPC. Okay, contest add player. We need to also add a new die roll type. Contest die roll. So there can only be one winner. We need to control the OBS scenes. Show the right ones. Hide the wrong ones. Okay, so we need some code in there to do that. Add a new die roll type, contest die roll with only one winner. Add stream deck commands. Those are the two we need to add there. Add a signal arc. We already added this right now. It's called the contest command. So that's got to send some stuff down to Typescript. What do we have to do down in Typescript? Well, we have to manage the text we want to show on screen. We need like essentially a list of names in the top. We need a list of names in the bottom. We need to play the appropriate sound effects. For example, when we select a skill or ability, we want to hear the name of that when that happens. We want to hear it. We're going to see a visual and we want to hear an audible during that time. We need to clear the names when the time is right. And I think that's about it for Typescript. So as far as the commands go, kind of signal R that we send down, what they're going to look like. I think it could be as simple as a list of names. Well, a list of test data, which is going to include their name and their hue shift. Let's do this section. So section can be either top or bottom. It's going to have a list of contestant data. It's going to have its width. How far is its graphic across? How much space do we have left? And yeah, so we're gonna have two sections, top section and a bottom section. Each section looks like that. List of contestant data, name, hue shift, and a width for the entire section. That's what it's going to look like. So that's what we have to send down when we update it. There's also going to maybe be a list of sound effects. Is it a list or is it one? I think it's one. And I think there might be also a string command. Like the command might be something along the lines like add player, delete player, or it might be update. Maybe put both of these away and just say there's maybe an update command, like that. All right, that's kind of what I feel like it is. All right, I feel like I'm about ready to start writing some code now. What are we gonna do first here? Got a couple things we got to do. I'm feeling like starting up in C# and starting with the Stream Deck commands. So let's do that. Close down this app right here. Hey, Rory.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, not bad.
Just good stuff, you know. Ready to write some code. Have you watched anything? Have you seen anything yet? You know what you're
Nothing.
Okay.
No. Could be a complete train wreck. Could be absolute class from start to finish.
Oh, it's going to be. It's going to be absolute the classiest train wreck you've ever seen.
Yes.
You'll be like, oh, indubitably, look at the train wreck. It's so good.
Awesome. So what are we going to look at then?
Well, we gotta write some stuff. Here's what we got to do. We got to write some code. It's a lot. Hopefully we'll get it done quickly. I just kind of was making some notes in terms of what we have to do, what we have to build here.
Step 1, pudding umbrella.
It's Pudding in the house. How you doing, Pudding?
Hey, Pudding.
Or it could be the best dessert in the world, Pudding says. So I got to add some Stream Deck commands. These are 2. These will support all the buttons I've got here and the buttons I've got here. These are the buttons I think I need to do it. So the idea is you come in, you say I want it to have lady, and then you're going to say I want it to be her athletics check, and then you're going to say, and that's defaulting to top, and then you're going to hit the bottom button, and then maybe when you hit bottom, should it say the word versus, like that? Should there be audio feedback? Maybe. And then you type in who's going to be on the bottom, like you hit again, like it could be Merkin, or you could type in a number and hit the add button right here. And then you could change their skill if you wanted to. Otherwise, it would assume to be the same skill as whatever the top one was. And then you're going to hit the check button. Maybe I'll put the check button right here. Where do I want to put the check button? Probably lower risk here. If I'm going for this and I accidentally hit that, well, yeah, all sorts of problems. I can put it here. I think this is maybe the best. Just trying to avoid accidental hits on this, because if we accidentally hit that, we launch the contest roll. Okay, so yeah, let's start off with contest add player and contest. Those are 2 different commands we need to build. So go over to my Stream Deck commands and create the contest command. And I think it's just as simple as this. The contest followed by a word. All of my buttons are, with the exception of those, here I've got contest back, contest top, contest bottom, and then I've got in skill, I've got contest intimidation. So all of these are contest followed by a word. Okay.
Yeah.
These up here are slightly different. These are player names, and I decided to choose. Should I just make them contest? Fine. I'm gonna make them all contest. I'm just gonna add one command to it. This means we can't have a player named add or dexterity. And I think that's fair.
It seems edge case at best, doesn't it?
Right. That's what I'm thinking, edge case. What's the weather like over there? What's the sunlight like? What have you got? You're looking at...
There's daylight. I wouldn't call it sunlight at this point. I think it's very kind of hazy, misted over somewhat. But
Misted over. And do you love living in downtown London? I know where you're living, man. You keep lying to me. I don't know why you do that. All right. So anyway, no, Roy.
You got me low jacked, yeah?
Yeah, Roy doesn't live in London. He's, okay, I don't know what low jack means either. I mean, gaslighted, gaslit. What is
that? That's the suggestion that someone's embedded a tracking chip in you.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Mark, I know where you live. Did that work, Pudding? I didn't hear anything.
I am uncertain. I want to say I didn't see it, but
I didn't
don't know.
hear
There's
it.
10% of me thinks it might have.
It didn't work. Where was it? Which one was it? Which one?
Pudding says it broke.
I'm gonna restart him. Cause I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little crazy like that. I think it's this one. It's not the other one. I should have not restarted that one. That was a mistake. Now we're going to see Pudding's intro again. That's the worst thing ever. I don't know why that thing keeps showing up. Now let's see what we got. Oh wait, I don't know why I'm doing this. The reason I know why it's not working because I don't have this thing running right now. That's I think why. This thing needs to be running. Anyway, I did all that. Let's restart. There's a couple things here as well. There we go. And refresh music. Okay. So we need a context command. We need a couple things like this. Let's go ahead and start up move type to file like this. Contest command is on the clipboard. Let's go find the next reference of skill check command because we need to register this. There it is. Let's register it. Good. Next we need to declare this. I like to move it. Move it. There you go, my friend.
That's working.
Now it's working. Their method. He double fanfare, but he didn't get a double fanfare.
Interesting, not a double fanfare.
That's the best news ever. Yes. All right, so now we're adding the contest
No
command.
high scores today.
No high scores today, which is going to send us something here.
Yes.
It's going to give us, a couple different things. So we're going to do, I guess we're going to do, hey, if contest dot equals add, then we're going to do something. I didn't just want to shower twice. Or I just wanted, wait, I just didn't want to shower twice. That's true, I didn't want to. Inputting. And then we have back, I think, and we have top, and we have bottom. Like that. Next. Oops. Next, down here, I want to say, I think I've got something in D&D Utils. And I've got 2 skill, passing in the string. And I'm going to pass in context and see if I can get a skill out of that. And if I can, if skill is not equal to skills.none, then we have we're essentially adding a skill.
Yeah.
Now, and that's skill to contest. Now, at this point, it's getting a little crazy. What we really need to do is we need to create a class to manage all of this. Let's go jump up here to this guy, and then we're going to change this manager to a contest manager, like that. And then we're going to come down here, and we're going to duplicate that and change it to that. So there it is there. And what else? Probably nothing else. Well, we've got to invalidate. Fine, I'll throw that there as well. We'll invalidate it. And then that's probably it. Now we need to declare this contest manager. Let's go do it. And let's put it in its own class. In its own file, I mean. All right, jumping back over. Now we need an invalidate method. Let's add that. Okay, not implemented. That's fine. What else?
Yep.
Anything else? That's it. Okay. Now, wait, hold on. One other thing. We didn't get the constructor here. Okay, so now the constructor's in there. We've got the OBS manager hookup as well. Okay, which we are going to need. We're going to have to set things. So now what I want to do is go to my contest manager. I want to call add skill on it. That's what I want to do. I want to go in here and I want to say switch to bottom. Like that. Switch to top. Back up, maybe. Don't forget, there's Dragon Humpers tonight, kids. That's right. Dragon Humpers is there tonight. It's out here at that place. We're playing that in about, what, 8 hours from now. About 8 hours from now, we're going to play live. We might be able to get this into the game. I'm not sure if we're going to get that in. I think there's a lot to do, and but we'll see. So now we've got add.
Also, no pressure to make sure we don't break anything whilst trying to construct this.
Right. No pressure. I'm not going to break anything. Rory, come on. Add last, add NPC is what I'm going to call this one. All right, cool. So there's add NPC, add skill. Now, at this point, we are in a, we're down to the player name. So what I need to do is go into like game dot, is there a get player? From, not from ID, I want it from the name. I think I've got it down in here. All players dot get from name contest. Let's see if we can get that. Play local, get the player, and that should be enough, I think. And at this point, we're going to say, so we're going to go to the contest manager, and we're going to say add player, and pass in player, like that. Maybe do a check, if not, no. Then we'll do that. Otherwise, I have no idea what's going on. We'll set a breakpoint there at least, so we'll stop there and figure out what's going on. Okay, let's add all of these guys right here. So the clear method was faster. Do I have do a binding to num2? It's still gathering suggestions. So it's not finding it. I thought that's what I had. Looks like, hold on, code rush issue there. Be prepared for Groversaurus to appear at any minute. Here comes Groversaurus. No? Okay.
No bots.
Did he fix it?
Just a Jetson.
Alright. Not Groversaurus, just Jetson. Alright, you can roll back and see it. I think it'll happen again here. I'm trying to declare method and then hitting escape to get back. Declare method, hit enter, hit escape to get back. Works this time. Didn't work, didn't drop a marker a moment ago. Try again, we'll see if we can duplicate it. If not, just roll back by about, a minute. Escape, get back. Oh, it's working now. There's a marker, a couple markers in here for this. Just pick up all my markers. Here we are right here. So now an add skill. Clear method, go, jump back, and of course it works now. Look at it. You can also see what keys I'm pressing over here with Karnak. Escape, get back. Yeah, we're dog fooding Code Rush, kids. Bro, you want to tell them about that while I look
Oh,
at
absolutely. So this show has two basic purposes. One is the dog food code rush, the wonderful utility that we use to make our coding lives that much easier. We have templates, we have shortcuts, we have navigational keys, we have all manner of clever things in here. We're also creating our own well, I guess command and control center for the Dragon Humpers show, in which there is Dungeons and Dragons taken to the extreme in terms of ESPN style graphics and stats and just general programming, all in all.
Yeah.
So these two functions, as I say, we do testing Code Rush as we go, making sure that it's the best product it can be, because there's nothing quite like using it in a, well, I use the term loosely, real world situation, I guess.
It's not bad.
And when we find an issue, we report the issue, we feed back straight to the devs. We do so using some automated tools that we built ourselves in order to get exactly the context that they need in order to see what the problem is. We get them a point in the video where everything was happening, we get them the logs from Studio and from Code Rush itself, and hopefully populate with all the correct information necessary to fix things as quickly as possible.
Yeah, this project that we're working with has got about, or the solution has about 16 projects in it, and about, probably I'd say about 500 files, something like that. 500, 600 files, somewhere in that range. So it's a fairly big project, including some big files. Over in main window right here, look at this. I'm at line 11,000. Have you seen that before? And so we've got, like, you know, some big methods, some big files, all kinds of things we're trying to throw at Code Rush to slow it down Visual Studio, that sort of thing, to see what, you know, what kinds of things we can do to do better.
And it's a great example of a real world project in a sense, because we've been developing this over the past, what, 3 years now, something like that?
Something like
and
that.
Over the course of that time, we didn't know TypeScript at all at the start. We migrated from JavaScript. So this is truly the definition of an evolutionary project. Okay, over time it has changed direction, snaked left, snaked right. So it's not 100% consistent. It is just like the average project you're likely to have worked on yourself. And as such, it's a great example for testing any kind of tool like this on.
All right, I'm just doing one little thing here. I'm going to create a property called contest section, and maybe just call it section in here. And this is going to be either top or bottom. I think I'll initialize it to top, like that. And I think I'm going to run. And I got breakpoints here. Just want to make sure that when I hit the stream deck buttons, we get the breakpoints. We just kind of get a sense of what's happening. Okay. We need to create, okay, so there, we're in invalidate already. That feels good and makes sense. I'm hitting run. And I didn't refresh the overlays yet, and so I might want to do that. But actually, before I do that, I'm just going to shut it down. So I'm going to hit the button. You can see what happens. I'm going to, let's bring up so you can visually see what buttons I'm hitting here. I'm going to hit 12 and add, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit 1, 2, and then add. So I've just done that. So now I'm going to add NPC. Somewhere out here, there's a digit command dot shoot. What does digit command go to? What does it go to? It goes to the digit manager. That's what I want to do. Digit manager dot get value. The keyword I want to pass in is contest. I want to see if this is the result here is 12. That's what I want to see. And let's see what happens here when we have 10 on this guy. Yes, sweet.
Yes.
So 12
Excellent.
is there. So the digit manager understands that we typed in a 12. We need to add the NPC. I'm not doing that yet, but I just want to make sure the breakpoint hits. We're there. I'm going to clear the breakpoint. I'm now going to hit like little cutie, which is this button right up here. Hit that. Well, I hit that button and nothing happened. Hit Fred, nothing happened. Nothing happened on all of these. We're not able to, oh no, wait. Oh, we get to here.
Ah, so it hit the breakpoint, or hit a breakpoint, but didn't switch context back into the studio there. So
get from name didn't work here. I've got a loose get from name.
Yeah.
I've got, I think, a tight get from name. Get ID from name. What's going on here? Well, floor name is Cutie. Why didn't that one work? That feels like Cutie should have worked. So this one does seem like it should work. Let's come back up here and kind of drill into it. So Qt's coming in. Player ID is definitely a -1, so let's come back up here again. Go in here and go in here. Let's see where we are going. We're not getting any of these right here. Keep going down to here.
You know Cuties not in your character list right now. It's not on screen.
That's probably why. That could totally be why. Okay, so lore name is, then I just switched Cutie to Little Cutie. And yeah, not playing now, you're right. She's not on screen. Okay, so let's run that. So that I guess worked. Oh, and then add player with Fred did work. I hit the button later and now we find Fred. So, okay, so I'm going to say that's working.
That's good.
All right, good. Okay, next. I'm going to say hit the skill button. I'm going to say animal handling. And there it is, skill animal
There we go.
handling. So good, we're done there. I'm going to go back, I'm going to hit the top button. Good, switch to top, sweet. Hit run, hit the bottom button, switch to bottom. It's all working.
This is an awful lot of success so early in the show, eh?
And then I'm hitting backup button. Yep, there it is right there. And there's the backup button. Okay, cool. So we've got all of that. And then invalidate worked as well. So everything worked. All the breakpoints are cleared. That feels good. I'm going to take the app. I'm going to shut it down. We're going to focus on the data that we're going to send down to Signal R. Okay, so we've done this.
Okay.
We're going to call this kind of done. We need to add the logic. Maybe this is going to be add contest manager logic. This is going to be its own thing right here. And this is done. So I'll just kind of jump in here and I'll do a strike through and change it to maybe a lighter gray. Right? Breakpoint driven development. Every day we teach you something new. Some new crazy thing we do on the show, and you guys give it a name, and it's the latest thing. So we need to add the contest manager logic. Breakpoint bogs. We need to do that. Yeah, so we need to do the data. We're going to work on this piece next. So we need the, this is kind of what's already been done in fairness. We're going to say contest DTL is our next thing that we got to work on. Come up here, let's strike through this too. So we're just tracking what we've done. Contest DTL. And that we were already talking about what it is. It's going to be this thing right here. This is what's going to contain some command, a string command, a top section and bottom section. Each section is going to have a width, contestants, and some sort of name. That sort of, I'm sorry, not some sort of name. Each contestant will have a name and a hue shift. Sorry. My brain started thinking about something else while I continued to talk. So yeah, that's why Rory's here, to be like, what?
Yeah.
It's going to have a list of sound effects to play, or maybe just one. I think it's just going to have one sound effect to play. That's what the data is going to look like. Okay, so let's build that.
Okay.
Let's move this to its own file. Contest section. Let's also create a new folder here. Call it contests, like that. And then let's grab our these two and throw it up into contests, like that.
So I was using a feature in.
How's my acting on that?
Hey, Screech Rat. How are we doing?
How's my acting on that, Rory?
Your acting is outstanding. I believe the Oscar is in the post.
Yes. How you doing, Screech Rat? When the brain and the mouth get out of sync, what could go wrong? Yeah, I know. It's my fault.
Yeah.
I should take care of you guys better, but I don't. I clearly don't. Okay, so this is going to be our contest DTO. We need to create one of these here and one of these down in Typescript. It's going to have a... All right, you know what? You've convinced me, Rory.
Okay.
It's going to have a property called, I'm adding this as well, active section. We're say which side's active. I'm going to get some sort of indicator to show here's where you are. Okay?
Sure.
So we'll build that in. We need a class called contestant. Contestant's going to have a name, and it's going to have a view shift, like that. I wonder if I should just make it a name. I don't know. And then in here, we're going to have a property that's a list of those contestants. Actually, I want it to be auto-implement property, I think. That's going to be our top contestants. And another one called our bottom contestants. Okay. And now you know what I was going to do. I said I was going to do this in the slides. Let's do it. Contest section. That's going to have just this list here. It's going to have its width. And then we're going to create two different properties here. And shoot, did I? Oh, Rory, I defined this the same name as my enum.
Sad as it is, I got sick of doing that to myself a number of years back and started suffixing the word enum on all my enums. Unfortunately, it's annoying to sort of look at.
No,
but
I considered and I said no. I actually thought about that and I said no. So we've got a contest group now. And so we've got our bottom and top contestants. The width, this is the width of it. So somewhere out here, just before the show, I went out and measured the width of each of these different scenes so I knew where to start the text. And basically the text is going to start somewhere between like 894 and 1167, somewhere in that range. So that's what we're looking for, somewhere in that range. So we need to figure out how wide the text is so that we put the name in the right spot. Otherwise, it's not going to look right.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got all of these. You know what? I'm just going to copy these to the clipboard, I think, and bring them in right now. Throw them into the context manager. I think create a new method here called initialize widths. And what do we got? What am I going to do here? Let's do I have any extra space on the end? Looks like I do not. Okay, cool. So let's do a search and replace of looking for any number of characters up to some white space, any amount of white space, well, sorry, one or more white spaces followed by any number of characters. Do I have to, you know what, I got to group these two, don't I? And now what I want to do is change that. You know how to do this, Rory? Because I'm like,
I think
it's like
I want to say
like
there's
this.
a dollar numeric or maybe no, use a slash, is it? Okay.
I don't know. I just think it's that. Let's see. If we do that, if I hit replace, no, it's not that. You think it's $sign? I got rid of all of them.
Have you got the regex stuff turned on? There's an icon.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, is that the one? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I need help with that. I'm gonna go look it up.
Maybe $1, $2.
All right, you want to try that? Let's try that.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's interesting because I find Rory's knowledge of things. This should be $3 actually. Okay, let's try that. What's happening? What is happening?
Oh, your selection changed. Oh. Okay, something's happening. Is this because it's a zero base? Is it $0 and $2?
Oh, maybe. But the other thing I was thinking too, let's try it. Let's see what happens here. It's not
I
finding
think we're
this. It's not
selecting something, yeah.
This space in the middle. I wonder if it's a tab instead of. Oh, shouldn't the tab find the The space. No tabs inside of there.
Oh, I see. White space. Yeah, possible.
It doesn't seem to be finding it. Nope, not finding it. It's space in the middle. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. You're just killing me. Can I just do this then? I actually should be able to just be like, okay, find all the white space and replace it with a comma space. Maybe I should just do that within the selection, not the current document. Holy cow. See what's enabled up here? Oh
Current document, not good.
Yeah, come on,
do
man. Selection. Try that. All right, hold on. We're almost there. We're almost there. What are you? Okay, fine, because it doesn't like that. Because I'm adding.
It's got to be greedy in order to grab all of the white space. Now, is that a question mark somewhere in there?
I don't think it's that, Rory. I think it's that
No?
I'm adding white space, and it says, okay, I'll get the next one. Let me just take away the white
Oh, I
space
see.
I'm adding. Let's try this.
Wouldn't you know, carriage return is a white space.
All right, fine. Hold on. I'm almost there. I'm almost going to do this. I'm just trying to. I would have done it all by hand by now, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let's do this at least. I know I'm putting in a couple extra up here at the top. There's got to be somebody out there who could help me, who knows what's going on. And then down here, we're going to do the same thing. We're almost freaking there. Are we there or not? I guess, you know what? I'm just going to. This is like the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It's weird, isn't it? We all have our different techniques for dealing with this basic text editing. Sometimes I'd kick out to a program, Nimble Text, which does some nice replacement stuff.
Yeah.
Other times I'd sit there and I'd hit Tab to separate the numbers out enough so I could use a rectangular selection and insert the commas and then reformat.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I'm like, no. Look at what I'm ultimately going with here. Where's my comma? Where's my comma? Look at what I'm doing, Rory. I'm going to do this and remove all white space. That's what I'm going to do. I'm similarly going to do
PowerPoint for program design, Excel for text editing.
Yeah, I know. Is this like the most insane thing you've ever seen in your life? All right, I'll take that now. Copy that. Put this in here. My apologies to everybody. I know there's got to be a better way to do this. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to say add scene width.
You know that comma and how you wished it would be a closing quote comma?
Would say that again?
Oh, look, sorry, no, I didn't realize this was enumeration. That's fine. I thought you were going to have strings, at which point I'd have kind of been, you want the closing quote to already be there.
Yeah.
The last one didn't quite catch.
So now I've got all of these, that are, need to be lowercase. Is there a way into lowercase? I think there is. So I can do this. Let's see, can Visual Studio help me in this?
Wow. It'll be in the view or edit, won't it?
I'm in edit right now.
Oh yeah.
Lowercase.
So selection? Something? Is there a selection? No, there isn't.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Uppercase and lowercase. I felt like it was here. I have to build this in CodeRush. Alright. That. Yeah, I'm just going to hit Control Space on each of these as I go down. Let IntelliSense fix it for me. Yeah, okay. So we were like kicking butt in terms of getting things done, and then all of a sudden we just like did one of those really super elegant train crashes like that.
Yeah.
Looks like we need a comma right there. Missed that one. Got. Okay. Now we need to call this method add scene width. Got. And now I think what we're going to do in here is create a new dictionary of skills. Of skill indexed ints. We're going to call these scene widths. Like that. And we're going to say if not widths that contains key skills. This should really be just skill, like that. If it does not contain it, then we're going to say scene width dot add skill, comma value. Otherwise, we're going to come down here and say, whoops, scene width of skill is equal to value. We're not expecting to get more than one, but you know, just like to be cautious.
I think you can replace the whole of that if with that last line. I think you can just set.
I feel like I've run into problems with this before, but have they fixed this?
We've got issues in Typescript won't let us do that.
Yeah, no, I know that with the map. I thought we'd have problems. Well, let's see what happens. We're going to call this immediately when we run. So we're going to call it initialize widths right there. Okay, cool. So we've got the scene widths. Now we need to, do we have everything we need to kind of start running this? Use the contest DTO. Let's move that to its own file. We need, we'll take the contest group, put that over its own file. And the contestant goes in his own file. We call this the active section. Active section. Okay, so it's going to track which one's active. Then it's going to create a contest DTO. Set that piece of data. Set these. Context DTO has got a string property called command, which we're for now just call update. I think anything else we missed in here? Top the sound effect. That's what we missed. Sound effect to play.
Yeah.
Like that. So that's what I suspect that this is always going to be update, but I'm leaving this open for future, you know, future changes. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so now what we need to do is create the same thing down in Typescript. So let's go down to Typescript. Let's actually run this. I think we can start running now. I think we have the architecture in place. We can run. Is my volume really low? Has it been low this whole time? Bring this up a little bit.
I think you're a little muffled, almost like the bass is heavy, but I don't know, is it just the difference in microphone positioning?
I don't know. I can do this a little bit, bring the mic a little bit closer to my mouth. And then when I do that, oh yeah, let's drop down the volume a little bit. There we go.
That's better.
Okay, so we're up and running now. Let's add the contest DTO. Didn't I have a 2JS or something like that? Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Okay, let's take that and we're going to come over to my overlays. Drag in front of the game. I'm going to start stacking these classes up here. I'll move them out later. That's where I got put my animated text as well. This is my contest DTO. Actually, I could probably just do that. Followed by that. And I think we're good. Okay. Next, we need to get contest section. And so that's just an enum. I can almost write it faster than I can go copy it, which consists of top or bottom. If I'm recalling correctly, might as well go double check that. Okay, top and bottom, and we're in the same order. Next, we're into context group. Come in here, type in 2JS. Like that. Get this piece right here. Come back over here. Class, context group. And it consists of my width, which is a number, and this, which is an array of contestant. Good. And now finally we have to go get contestant. Just name and hue shift. That's all that's got. Hue shift. All right, cool. Now we've got some data that's matching in both sides.
Yeah.
All All right, so we've done that. We've done on the C side of things. We've also done this. Working our way through it. And Typescript, we also did the contest DTO on the Typescript side of things as well.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Next, we need to kind of unravel this thing. This comes in, by the way, and my connection... Shoot, I don't have that up here. Okay, let's go up and find the file. Not listed here. Do I not get to see it? It's part of the solution. Let's report an issue. See what's happening with this. Kids, take a look at this. I'm trying to open up a file. And the file I'm trying to open is a connection, I think. That's what it is. Well, here it's showing up. Look at that. A second ago, this did not show up. Pretty sure. Roll back and look and see if connection is there or not. Trying to understand what's going on with that. Did I end up closing the issue before, Rory? I'm just trying to see. Did you check to see if you got an email from me? Issue start? I didn't close the issue from before. Dang. All right, I'm going to close this one. Yeah, I was just thinking, wait, I don't remember closing the issue. What was it? It was the not jumping back was the issue? All right, I'll report that next time I see it. Okay, this one is could not find file until I opened a project node in the Solution Explorer. I don't know if this is really what caused it. But let's report that. There it is. Okay. All right, so I want to go to connections, what I wanted to do. Sorry about that, kids. And I wanted to show where it's getting kind of hooked up and how it's routing its way down. Somewhere new we have a contest command. There it is right there. And we're just checking to see if active front game is alive. And if it is, we go and pass in here, passing in the contest string. So right here, we need something essentially like this, but this is going to be of type contest command, I think. Contest DTO, rather, sorry. Contest DTO. And we're going to parse that and get this. And get that back. And then I think we're going to go into this dot. Do I have an equivalent contest manager down here? I don't. So I think I need one. Manager dot handle command. And then we're going to pass in that. Or maybe that dot command. I don't know. Maybe just contest
Isn't that
GTO.
dot command just going to be the phrase update all the time, like we suggested?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. I guess I could do this. Let's do this instead. I like this because it has symmetry with other things. If context command equals update, then we're going to call contest manager.update.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go build our contest manager. I'm going to put it right up at the top. Kind of not right at the top. I need it to be after the contest DTO. Right here. Create a new method in here. Call it update. Like that. So contest manager needs to connect with our animated text. Also, we need to create a new instance of this thing. Let's jump back to where we were here. Contest manager. Let's go jump up to this guy and change all of this to contest manager like that. And let's see where else. And I think what I want to do is I want to pass in as a parameter the animated text manager.
Okay.
That's what I think I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Because I need to work with animated text inside of this space.
Uh-huh.
Which kind of means I got to move this down after our animated text manager. Which is right there. Right here is where this is going to go. Okay, and at this point, I'm going to make this private, I suppose. We'll have access to the animated text manager in there. By the way, this is one of my favorite features of JavaScript language. I really like that a lot. So now we have this. This doesn't like this. Doesn't like it. Oh, because I didn't say this in front of it. There we go. Okay, good. Now we have an update, and we've linked up those update call right there. Now I think we're sending data down.
Okay.
So I think what I kind of want to do, just as a test to make sure we've got a connection, is I want to say, I think I want to do this. 960, 540, hue shift 220. The line is going to be center. Scale is going to be 0.5, so it'll be small. So if we get an update, we're going to put text up there. We might also want to do this, a call to clear all text right there. And just start with that. All right, so with that, I'm going to...
It's a nice minimum viable product kind of exercise.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the main overlay here. Let's go do that. Okay, so there's the main overlay that's been refreshed. I am going to go into C# and we're going to send some data over because we're not sending any data over yet. We need to go into our contest manager and send some data at some point in time. Let's do an add NPC. I think we'll do it there. So I'm going to hit 12, hit add again. We should come in there. That value should be 12 again for us right there. And now what I want to do is I want to say, I guess I want to say, I think I need a DTO here is what I think I need. I think I need a field of type contest DTO. To actually hold these values. Does this bother you at all? Your feathers getting ruffled, Rory, that I have, that I'm using a DTO actually live to hold some stuff?
I mean, holding stuff is good. It's when you start writing methods on it that it's bad. And giving it constructors that take things. That's not good.
I'm not going to do those things. I'm not like, a fool. So I'm going to say command is equal to update. Oh, I'm a fool. Like that. That's one of the commands. At the very least, we could do that. Let's do this as well. We're going to say if it's null, then what I want to do is say that's do a new instance on that. NIST comma there, like that. And then we've created a new instance, and then I'm gonna set command. And then now I wanna do is go to my good friend, the Hubtastic base station. I wanna send across a contest command, and it needs a string. So what is it? It's like something like JSON. What is it? No JSON parse. Come on, there's gotta be a JSON out here somewhere. What you got here? No, I don't want web pages. I don't want any of that. What, why am I like? What is it? JSON convert. I knew that. Don't speak to me like I didn't know anything. Don't talk to me that way. JSON convert. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. JSON convert. Now I just need something in here. That's what I want.
Still watching us after all these years. That's, yeah.
All right. So now JSON convert. How about serialize object? Is that it? And then we're going to pass in the contest DTO. And could that be enough to do it? All right, cool. So let's do it. So let's come in here, and we're going to go this, command update, send. Ha ha!
Hey, check it out.
Sucker! I knew it was JSON convert. I never forget a thing. Yeah, that's great shorthand. What are you saying, great shorthand? What are you talking about? The public-private keywords?
Yeah.
Something like that?
It didn't hear the first time around when you were saying that was your one of the favorite features. So
Yeah,
just a quick reminder.
Okay.
That looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
Not bad. Yeah, it's really not bad. And it didn't take long to show that word either. It was like essentially like, oh, okay, cool. So cool. Okay, I feel like we're done. We've done all that we need. We can now use this on the show. Are we good? No? We're not good? Okay.
Proof of concept's working.
All right, so let's...
I want to use real data.
Yeah, now we got to get into the stuff that's going to require some brain power. I think I'm going to come down and refresh the bottom, the TypeScript layer. Just going to turn it off and turn it back on again so we get rid of the word update out there. And let's kind of give this some thought and figure out what we're going to do next. Because this state management's a little bit mind-bending for me. So at this point, we have that's done. Manage to show and save screens. We don't have really this yet. Play the appropriate sound effects. We don't have that yet. We also need to set the scenes. I'm going to work on this now. So I want to be able to control this OBS scenes and sources. The show the right ones, hide the rest. So what we have here, let me scroll down so I can see it in OBS. I'll type it in here. We have the scene we want to activate is called dh.contest. This contains 2 embedded scenes. And one of them is called dh.contest.skills.above. And the other one is called dh.contest.skills.below. Okay? Those embedded scenes contain the 20 scenes for all the abilities.
Right.
The skills and abilities we're going to check. Okay? They each contain those. And so inside each of these, let's bring this into its own slide deck here. Okay, so in each one of these, they look something like DH animal handling. They're individual sources in each of these. Each of these contain, I kind of said it here, they contain the 20 sources. These are media sources, which are slightly different from scenes. So there are different commands for making things visible, like animal handling, for example, and a bunch of other ones. That's what's going on there. So what we need to do is we need, I think, a list. We need a list of scenes. We need another breakpoint. I'm going to stick with this breakpoint here. I'm going to do the same as I did before. I'm going to take this, extract it, and call it update. Like that. I almost want to create a property of this type. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to call it contest DTO. Like that. And get rid of the one it added already. I guess I can get rid of this. It'll probably just be okay with it. And continue will be like, yeah, okay, I got you covered, Mark. Is that true? I didn't continue.
No.
Moving a field, you son of a... Really? Moving it? Oh, Visual Studio, come on. All right, now F10. Okay, fine. So, yeah, just wants to move the field. Wow. If it has no initialization, why would that matter at all? To edit and continue. Okay, so here's the call to update. Oh, what I wanted to do is this. I wanted to throw that in there. Then I wanted to do this, expand accessor. Will it allow me to expand an accessor? Well, since, yeah, I already hit F10, it's probably going to say no, I won't allow you. But let's see. It's nothing underlined in purple yet, so maybe I'm good. Woo, that's awesome.
Wow.
So I didn't continue is good there. All right, and then we call update again. I'm going to skip that because I don't want to put that block the screen just yet. Okay, I'm going to run it. So, all right, so now we've got this context DTO.
Yep.
And I just want to change that to uppercase, and so that we can just use that everywhere. That's the only thing I wanted to do there, is make that so that this works. I guess one more time, I'll go and get the add. Call update, and now change this to uppercase like that, and then we'll come out here, we'll skip it and go. Okay, next let's do the I just want to do some state maintenance right now for here. I want to set a breakpoint here and a breakpoint here, and let's hit the top button, and then I want to say active section is equal to top. And here what I want to do is, guess what? I want to do it in here in the contest DTO. That's what I want to do. And then I want to do the same down here, bottom. Might as well want to do this. If that is not equal to it, then we're going to set it, and we're going to call update. Copy all that, bring it up here, paste it in, and change that to top. Okay. Good.
Looking good. Yeah.
Clear both of these. Run. Now we should see the word update. I didn't see the word update. Oh, maybe because it didn't change. Hold on. Let me hit bottom. Now we're in update. The breakpoint. Okay, now let's go down into Typescript. Let's show that we're getting that actual data down here. What I want to do is I want to say if contest DTO dot active section is equal to contest section dot top, then I want to add some text. I'm just going to add a 0 here, and letter O. I'm going to scale it way down, and I'm going to throw it in about a 250 position right here. 540, 250, 270 is about half of that. That's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, I'm going to do this. Now we clear all text before, so what should happen is we should get this in either the top or the bottom. This I want 540 plus this. I'm not even going to do the math. I'm just going to do that. And we're going to say refresh on that. So there is the refresh. Now I'm going to hit top, and now bottom.
Nice.
There it is.
Good.
So we're sending data. Sweet.
We are.
Okay.
So positioning is good.
Yeah, I need something better than that as an indicator. but we're not bad. Not in a bad situation. Let's refresh it one more time just so we get rid of that little floating O for a second. By the way, I love how fast that loads, right? That's loading, and because the load on demand, we probably have about half a gig of sprites for this show. Because the reason I say that is because I estimated before we had about 300 megabytes before, maybe 200. I just added another 187 megabytes yesterday with this new font. So, so yeah, it's a little crazy. Okay.
That's a quality font though, eh?
I like it. It's not bad. It really is not bad. I think it looked really, really good. Hold on. Let me just quickly show you this. Let me do this. This is it right here. Hold on. Let's refresh. Now it takes longer to load because I'm immediately putting the text up. Right? It's loading and it's loading all the pieces. Oh wait, I added the 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. So it doesn't look as good when I got the text overlapped. But here, one more time, we'll bring that in. So yeah, if I'm showing the text immediately and I've got to load all these different pieces up while I'm loading everything else, it takes longer to load. But if we're not showing text immediately, but look at that. That looks like a pro, almost like a pro level font with regards to its kerning, the effects, all of that. And it's not bad. That's all we're doing here is we're doing stuff that's not bad, kids. Don't be mad because it's not bad. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to go back up and work on the scene switching is what we're going to do. Let's get rid of all of this text now. There we go. There's the fast load I was looking for. And let's do the scene change on this. So I'm trying to think when we change the scene. I'm thinking about, do we add an additional state for essentially none? Like what's active? Nothing's active is kind of what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to create a Boolean in place of adding a new enum to it. That's what I think I'm going to do. So let's do that. Go ahead, what do you want to say?
Will give you a subtly different thing. So you're currently testing if top, then one thing, if else, if bottom, then other thing. But now, if you add a null state, that is to say, another state to the enum, which is nothing, then there'll be a third state, and effectively your clear will take precedence, and nothing will be added. If you do it as a Boolean, you'll have to independently, separately check for the Boolean as well.
Yeah, I still think I'm going with the Boolean because I'm going to edit it and continue. I can't modify the enum.
Oh, I see. Right. No, fair enough.
So I'm going for a Boolean is what I think I'm doing. I'm going to switch to top. Creating a Boolean called I'm not quite seeing it yet. I guess I'll just call it active for now. Like this. And I want to say something like this. Activate if needed. Like this. And then that's going to come in and say, hey, if not active, or maybe it's going to say, hey, if active, then return. Otherwise, we're going to say set active to true, and we're going to do some stuff. For example, we need to go into our, what is it? Do we have the OBS manager passed in here? Looks like we do. OBS manager dot show set. Wait, where's scene?
Play scene?
Play scene. Thanks, Rory. I was like, how could they not have a set scene visibility? They just need the scene name. Okay. And in that case, we're going to call dh.contest. That's what we're going to say. Also, I want to create I need another kind of initialization function in here that's going to maybe call it add source names. Like that. I need a a list of strings here, call them source names, maybe source skill names like that. How you doing? What do you need? Nothing? Just saying hi? Just walking through? You better not be taking my bacon. What are you reaching into that fridge for? There's a reason the fridge is here and not over there. These kids. If she walks out with my bacon. All right. Source skill names.
Bacon fridge.
Like this is what I'm going to do. What'd you say, Rory?
I said I need a bacon fridge.
Yes, you do.
It's like the room here is sadly lacking one.
It's what I got. I mean, do you know that Karen wouldn't let me cook bacon in the house? Do you know that? Yeah, it was like our marriage was in shambles. It was almost over. And then we found out that a friend of ours could cook bacon for me, and it would be outside the house. Yeah, anything I like, she ends up hating because of the autism, Rory. I'm like, I like it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. She's like, I hate blank, whatever it is, the thing that we're doing.
Repetition kills the joy for Karen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, she doesn't like it at all.
Okay.
But that's how I picked. That's how I got her, though. I said, "Hey, do you want to be my, you want to date me?" She's like, "No." I go, "How about now?" She's like, "No." I go, "How about now?" She's like, "No." I go, "How about now?" She says, "Is that bacon? You took bacon." These kids, they have no respect for their elders. All right, so we're coming in here. We're going to call add, and we're going to pass in dh dot animal handling or acrobatics. Like that. I got to get the names of these things in here. Wait. Do I have them already? I have them somewhere. Here. I just need this column. I can't believe I did that, Rory. I'm embarrassed to have that on screen. Okay.
Can't you just iterate the enumeration and then put the toString of it with a dh dot prefix?
This enum. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe I could. Yeah, let's do that.
It might not work because of the casing. You might have to proper case it as well.
No, there is. Let's see. How do I do an enum? How do I do a for each on an enum? Do you know how to do that?
I feel like I should know that.
Yeah, I feel like I should know that too. Here, let's look it up. Iterate enum.
Although,
C#.
Well, it's the number sequence, isn't it? Because when compiled, it's not actually an enumeration. It's a long or an int. So you literally go from 0 through however many, and then you take that value and you cast it to the whatever the type is. You do the thing that you usually do to get the string of an enum.
To get the string, so
I feel like I'm making this up as we go along, but
you see it's right here, right? I'm looking right at this answer. Yeah. So look at like that is what it looks like.
Get values. Okay. Yeah, that'll. Yeah.
It's the highest score I've ever seen for a comment right up there. Yeah, enum.getValues. You can typecast it right there. They're typecasting it as an array, is what they're doing. Interesting. All right. Also, there's this, which I kind of like too. Okay, we'll take this one. I think I got that on the clipboard. And but I want this to be skills, like this, like that, and we're going to say now we got an array of skills. We're going to say for each item in skills, we're going to say hey, if item is not equal to skills dot none, then we're going to say add. So much better, Rory. This is why you're so awesome. Did you know that you were awesome? Do people tell you this?
No.
I really hope.
This is not something I hear.
You really need to check into that. So D&D utils, I've got a toString, I think. To skill item name. I think that's the one I want.
Okay.
And we're going to pass in item, and let's just look at that to make sure. I think it's going to come in. We're going to initial cap all these. Oh, we're throwing the word skill on it. That's not quite what I want. It's not what I want.
Why are you throwing the word skill on some of them but not others?
These 6 are abilities.
Oh, they're kind of key ones, yeah.
But you
okay.
can also do these abilities. You can use them for a skill check.
But you could capture the piece. I mean, if I'm understanding correctly, the same code you're using for those 6 in the first location.
Yeah.
Which is the skill to string initial cap. That should do, right? DH with that as a.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't do. Hold on. No, it's not. I'm looking for. Shoot, I don't have it. Okay, so I was looking for something that got it to a. That converted it to something that's going to match, because I got to match the text is what I got to do. So actually, it could just be this.
That's what I was.
That's what you were suggesting. I'm sorry, Rory. Yeah, you know what? As soon as I came up with that, I thought, wait, was he just telling me that was my way out? Because that was pretty easy if that was the case. My apologies, buddy. Okay. This is another. I don't know. Anybody told you how awesome you are? Has anybody talked to you about this? You should look it up. Okay.
Maybe.
So we're gonna call initial cap on that, and I think that'll do it. That'll get us essentially.
Will be at least a nice consistent string based on nothing more than we decide to add something to the enum.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Yeah. By the way, did you notice that there were at least 1,565 people who also didn't know how to do this?
Yeah.
I'm upvoting it. Okay. All right. So now we've got add source names. I want to call that inside of right in here, but it's too late. We've already done this. Created. So we're going to need to make one more call. We're here. I'm just going to throw this here just so that I can get that done. And then I'm going
to once,
delete it.
Get rid of it again.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Mark Miller, bending, edit, and continue to as will once again.
Right. So here we go. Activate if needed. I need an activate if needed. I need an activate if needed. So any kind of button here is going to go into activate if needed. Activate if needed. So now activate if needed should play this scene. Active is still false. So we're about to go in and play it. Then we want to do this. We want to say hide all sources is what we want to do. We call hide all sources. And so hide all sources is going to go into our these things. Where is it? The source skill names right here. Source skill name like that. For each one of those, we're going to go into our OBS manager. We're going to call set source visibility. We're going to, do I have another one? That's what I want. The source name is going to be the source skill name. The scene name is going to be dh dot, what is it? It's over here. Context skills above, like that. We want to set that to false. And then we want one more for below. Is what we want. Like that. I want to declare this as a constant. And one more for below. Like that. Like that. Okay. And now hide all sources. I'm going to just hit run. Not bad.
That works.
Not bad. I actually want the doors. It's kind of funny. I want the doors almost behind the players, but you know what? I'm going to be okay with it. I kind of liked it. It was not bad. So that goes, and so we're now here. The now on this play scene. Let's go back over into contest just a second, and look at that. I have two pieces. I have the contest loop, and I want to hide that as well. So I want to hide a couple things. This is the contest loop. So to make all this thing work, right, to have both something that starts and then continues in a loop, I don't want to have like a 30-minute long video. I want to have two different videos. One that's the intro and the other that's the loop, but I don't want to play the loop till after the intro's played. And the intro's got alpha channels on it, which means we can see through it, which means I can't have this loop, this one right here, cannot be playing at the beginning. I have to play it later. I have to turn it on later is what I need to do.
Kind of fade it in afterwards. Or,
yeah, there's no fade in, unfortunately. I think, well, I could manually do it. But instead what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on and delay it. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to do one more kind of call here. I'm going to hit a button, go back in and choose like my top button. Now switch to top, activate if needed is here. I want to set this to false for a second, like that. And then in here is what we've got to do. A couple things here. We need to say OBS manager dot, whoops.
You're aware we can't see your screen because of the verses, yeah?
I am not aware of that, my friend. And that's why you are making all the bucks and I am just begging on the street for money. We want to call set source visibility. And we want to go in and say the source name on this guy is, oh, and great. I have to go back to the other one to look at it. Give me a second. I'm going to look at it. DH contest intro. Like this. Let's declare a constant for this. Scene. Like that. And we want to pass in the scene name there, and we want to pass in false. So we're going to set that to false right there immediately. Whoops. Like that. So we're going to take that one out, and the other one was contest loop, I think, is what the other one was. Contest loop. And yeah, then we want to set this to true. So I recall 18 milliseconds, so 18 times 30 frames a second, which gives me about 30 milliseconds a frame, I think, something like that, if I'm recalling correctly, gets me that. Let me just double check that math and make sure I'm right on that. 1,000 divided by 30 equals 33 and a third. So it's times 33.3 is what it is. That's my delay right there. So I have 18 frames. Later, I want to play this guy. So I'm going to turn it off and then start it a little bit later. And I'm going to set the contest loop to false. But then I'm going to come back in and say, hey, contest loop, which actually this one didn't have a DH in front of it, as I recall. This one is going to set to true, and this is going to start, I don't know. I want to say, oh, this is in seconds. Shoot, hold on. So this is all divided by 1,000. And this is going to come in 5 seconds later, I think. 4 seconds later, maybe 4 seconds later, like that. So let's run that and see how it looks.
Okay.
Nope, versus came up way too soon.
And then came back again.
Well, there's a versus thing, and now we're in the main versus loop. Why the contest loop? Hold on, let me turn the contest loop. Let me turn both of these off a second on this one, because we've got code to turn them both on. And let's set a breakpoint here, hit the button again. How you doing, babe?
I'm leaving you.
What, you just wanted to say hi?
I just
Why
wanted
are
to
you
say hi.
why are you getting so close? Because it's really kind of rare that you get so close to me. Although, what the? How'd you get my wallet?
You don't even have any money in here. Oh, no, you do.
Okay, there's this. What the? What's going on? Stop that. This is the worst. This is the worst. Oh, stop your.
Oh my God!
I got no money.
I am so sad. you.
Catch
Bye.
you. I love you too.
We're going out for lunch and we're leaving you.
Oh, you guys, you having a good lunch with Mom? Mom's going to the States, kids. She's going to get her
Vaccine.
her vaccine.
Vaccine. Come on.
Her vaccine. Yeah, looks like I was totally abused here with the way they're pulling on the mic there, Rory. I tell you, I get no respect in my home, kids. All right, so I'm here. All right, clear that. Get in here. Set this to false. Have a good lunch, guys. Okay, there it is there. And now let's run it and see if it appears. Does it appear? It doesn't. So that's
Okay.
a little bit better. I think what was happening is we were
Yeah.
seeing it still visible as it was coming in. We had set it to
So
false.
from the previous iteration, essentially.
That's kind of what I think, yeah, which means that we're going to have to turn it off after a certain amount of time. You're eligible for a vaccine on 4/9. Excellent, Jetsam. What state are you in if you're in the United States? I forget. I think Jetsam's told us before. Okay, so that's our active. Massachusetts. Yeah. Okay.
Closest I've got as an estimate is somewhere between April and July.
I think the contest intro took too long to show up. I think.
All right.
I'm going to take this down to 9. I'm cutting it in half. Is what I'm doing on here. Oops. I need my breakpoint. Let's do it again. And we're going to set this to false. I don't know why I keep typing this in every time. Boom. That took way too long. Yeah, that explosion should come in much faster. Why did that seem even less? I think that OBS, is it fair to say that? I don't know. Set another breakpoint here. Come in here and switch back to this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it because I think that the OBS is either... There we go. That felt better though. And with the explosion as it's coming in.
Okay.
Let's see if it's reliable now, I guess is the question. Move away. Now versus still up, so I'm expecting to maybe see a flash of versus when we come in here. Let's clear these breakpoints here and here. I'm just going to hit the button. Boom.
Okay, it's gone all together, both at the start and now.
Yeah, what's remarkable is they're visible in OBS. They're showing us
Really?
both being visible right now.
Okay.
If I turn it off,
Oh, there
contest intro was really interesting. Contest intro was blocking, it looked like. I'm wondering if there's an OBS issue with coming in fast like this.
Oh, right.
So let's try something different. Instead
Is this
of,
effectively sending multiple commands to OBS within a short time frame? Because we had this
Yes.
the other day when we were trying to get information.
was it with OBS? I don't remember. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these two, and then we're going to add code later to when we do the roll to set these to false. Is what I'm going to do. So let's do this. I'm going to delete these 2 lines of code here. And we'll maybe move them into another method called clean up contest scene, like that. And then we're going to do that. And instead of just doing hide all sources, we're going to put hide all sources there. What you got? No code? No codes? It looks like you can see the code. Was that before? Jetsam? I'm not sure. Maybe that was before. Maybe Jetsam's got some delay on that. Okay, so now I've got cleanup contest scene, which we're going to do at some point in time in the future. So now if we run this, boom, and then boom, and then we dissolve to the loop. So at some point now we're in the loop. And the other one's not there anymore. Ooh, it just occurred to me though. Check this out. We could do this. Watch this. I'm going to come in here. At the very least, I'm going to do this.
Can't see your code.
Oh, now you can't see my code. Hold on. Thanks, Rory. That's why you're here. Okay, So I'm going to do this. I'm going to set it to false, the intro, in about 10 seconds. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to shut this one off automatically in 10 seconds. And now I'm just watching it off to the side, and after about, oh sure, it works for Rory. Was it just before I said it? Okay. And there, it just went invisible. So sweet. The contest intro just went invisible, and now we have the contest loop. So the last thing we have to do is when we clean up the contest, we have got to call this and hide all sources. We have to do that at the end of the process. So now we've got verses up here. Next, let's now hit a skill button. Add skill. And so let's do that. I'm going to say, I'm hitting the skill button and I'm going to hit Arcana. So now I'm in Arcana. It's coming in here. Activate if needed.
Like some code, however.
Oh my God. Why are you so demanding? Can't you just trust that it's all awesome?
See,
okay.
There's part of my brain that expects things to appear on the screen. But then I realize we haven't coded them. So I have to go, hang on. He's looking at something else.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, sure. It works for Rory. The show's going to suck the minute you leave, Rory. That's all I have to say. Okay. Let's see. We got add skill here. And we need to see what scene we're in. Or what level layer we're in, the top or bottom. If active section is equal to the top, then we want to go in and we want to say something like this. Let me get both of these lines of code right here. Like this. So we'll call maybe hide all sources. No, I can't do that. I cannot do hide all sources anymore. I can't. We're just going to trust that those sources are... No, I have to do it by level is what I have to do. Shoot. So, okay, hold on. We'll get there. Where's my hide all sources? Don't see it. I thought it was up near the top. Hide all sources. We need this. Oh, you don't like it. Hide all sources by scene name. Doesn't like overloads. I don't know why. I don't know why. I want to be on the, so this is a team I want to be on. I want to be on the Edit and Continue team at Visual Studio. And I just want to be the guy that says, no, we're going to push harder. We are pushing harder. We're going to do more. That's what I want to do.
I could just imagine you in a corner of that office on that team, and every now and again, there's this bell that you get to ring. Guys, I broke it again.
Ding, here's something else you got to do. Yeah. So, okay. So now I've got hide all sources by scene name. So we're going to do like this. No, we're not. We're going to do like, we're going to come down here and we're going to say, we're going to get a variable called scene name up here at the top. Name like that. And then we're going to come down here and say, hey, scene name is equal to that. Else, scene name is equal to below. Everybody happy with that? I think you're happy with that. And then we're going to say hide all sources by scene name. Boom. Then we're going to say set source visibility. We'll get there in a second. Like that. And then we need this guy, which we got up above with that initial cap call right here. So I'm thinking let's take this and extract it to a method and call this get source name. Like that.
No, I'm not sure if I've been paying attention to the right piece, but when we hide sources by scene name and we effectively hide a whole bunch of sources, are we going to get into trouble for hiding one of them and then immediately showing that same one? Did we have an issue?
No.
Multiple things. Was it the same source or same?
Well, we'll
something?
find out. Let's find out, I guess, is my reaction to that. All right, so let's try this. So if we run that, now here, activate if needed. Well, I guess it says we're already active, I think. So we're going to have to set this to false. Oh, activate if needed does it anyway. We're going to be fine. So let's run it, and let's see what happens.
Okay.
Nothing. All right, cool. Arcana
Nice.
shows up.
Yep.
That's not bad. Now, it comes up way too soon because we're setting it to true here.
Code, please.
It's going to suck the second you leave. Because this is the worst thing in the world to do this. I might make it also that we turn off. I might add for testing that we turn off the loop after a little bit. I might add that next time we
Diagnostic
come in.
3 seconds and everything goes away.
Yeah, so let me hit Insight now. Okay, we get a couple of extra sound effects in there because I've got, let me change my audio properties here for the, what is it? I thought it was called intro. Oh, DH Contest intro. Oh, because it got turned off, I can't turn off the sound for it because OBS only allows me to change sound for visible scenes. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, so I will either have to get it quickly or just allow that the two sounds to be going on for now. So this is coming in way too soon. So we need this to come in later. Let's do this. All right. Do I got a delay on here as an additional option? Please, delay seconds. I do. So this one needs to come in.
So, Mark, do you know what time it is?
It's time for me to switch.
It's time to write that diagnostic code to turn everything off 3 seconds after it's
All right,
on.
buddy. I'm going to do it. Here's my delay seconds. Thanks, Rory.
Thank you very much, my friend. It was a pleasure, and I will catch you. Oh, I don't even know what day of the week it is. We got one more this week, haven't we? Tomorrow.
Yeah. No, tomorrow I'm not going to do it. I can't do it tomorrow. I'm taking care of the airport tomorrow.
Okay,
So,
fair enough. Well, in that case, I will catch you on Tuesday.
All right, buddy. See you on Tuesday.
Have a good weekend. We'll
All right.
see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So here's what we're doing. We're going to do two things. We're going to add that diagnostics code so that this context loop, we're going to set it to false. I don't know, in about 10 seconds? Maybe 15. So that'll just go to false automatically. This is for diagnostics. Like that. I tell when to switch back to the code, but you won't believe me. Come on, Jetsam. Of course I believe you. All right, so that one's for diagnostics for right now. And now what I want to do is this, is hey, if we're not active, then I want to say delay seconds is 5. And then we want to say activate if needed. And that's what I want to do there. Let's set active to false. Here's what I'm going to do. False, like that. Bring it back up here. And then I'm going to switch back to players. And now we're going to run it with no breakpoints in it. And run. Versus showed up real fast. And we didn't see DH Contest intros get... That's what we wanted to see. The other piece did turn off. Turn them both off again. Come back away. Get out of here. Let's hit intimidation. No, it's coming in too fast. It should definitely... Oh, because we're now active. Sorry. We need active to be false is what we need. One more time. Persuasion. Let's do this. Since we're just testing. For now. We'll do that. Clear the breakpoints. right, coming back over here to players. Now I'm going to hit nature. So the old one is on still. Why isn't activate if needed clearing all of these? It's not. Oh, because I'm not calling hide all sources. So maybe I should still call hide all sources. At the beginning of activate if needed. Let's try that. The contest doors aren't being reset, playing again. Contest doors are the reason we're not seeing them again because we're still in the scene. If we move away from the scene, we'll see and hear the contest doors again. So if I come in and hit acrobatics now, there we go. And then we should see it. Acrobatics. That took way too long to bring up acrobatics. That's saying it's a delay in seconds of 5. It seems like it's way longer than 5 seconds. Let's switch away. What's going on with that? Yeah, I'm sure this code is good. I'm not imagining that there's a problem with the timer. That all looks good. Resource visibility timer. That thing is just a descendant of a regular timer. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me that this 5 wouldn't work. I'm going to change that to a 3 and we'll see what happens. Okay. Hit performance. Change it to a 3. Yeah, I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. How am I playing sounds? Let's go figure that out. On my Stream Deck, I have buttons for sound effects, like rim shot. I'm hitting it, nothing's happening. There it is. Oh, that took a while. Oh, I think I see part of the problem. There's a performance issue right now in the app. And it's looking pretty heavy. That's probably why the delay was off. So even dragging this, it's not dragging very well. Let's go look at this performance issue here. I'm not great at finding these things. Debug, break all. Where are you? So something in here, Twitch client connect. Test close. Sorry, that's not working. That's not working. You know what? I'm just going to turn off the overlays here. Like that. And switch back to players right there. Okay. So so here's what we have. We're at client connect right now. If I set a breakpoint here and just run. Okay, is that my problem? Back in, run, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. So the call to client connect is taking 4 seconds, is what it looks like to me. Is this code I own? It is not. Okay, so that is somehow... causing a problem. It's like I think we've disconnected. I think I'm going to restart this And then because I think was impacting our 5-second delay, where our 5-second delay was taking like 15 seconds to show up. So let's restart this. Runaway threads, says Coding Gorilla. All right, let's restart up the layers. Also, I want to go into my filters. I'm noticing just a little bit of green screen in the back. There we go. Looks like that's cleaned up. Okay. Let's go hit the button again in contest. Skill, athletics. Wait, source skill names? We didn't call add source names? Or we did, but it is hide all sources by scene? Wait, I'm totally confused. Oh, that's how we got in here. We're not getting in through here. I'm going to just stop the app and I'm going to make sure we get into here. We've got 2 constructors and they should be closer together. Like that. Okay, performance. Better. Now let's switch to bottom and go into, uh-oh. Why did I lose performance? Also, oh, because I'm ignoring, I'm doing the active and I'm doing the restart thing. I'm gonna have to stop doing this. I'm gonna have to set active to true. I need this right here is what I need. Okay, so let's get that working here. If active, then return. I think I need that. And at some point I'm going to need to set that to false is what I'm going to need to do. Maybe I'll set it to false right now. We'll come in again for the first time on this. And then after we come in, we'll be good. All right. So let's come in and say animal handling and active is false. Go. Good. So that timing is better. What is that? That's at 3 seconds. So I can almost say even 3.5. Make that change right there. And good. Let's now switch to bottom. And then let's go into skills and choose intimidation. Now, why did that do it? Why did that choose? Oh, I see, because I've got active testing is false. Right here is what's happening. Okay, give me a sec. I think I have a couple things I want to change. Active section, I want to get rid of. Because I don't care about any of that anymore. I moved that. Okay. Instead, I want to use my contest DTO.active section. That's what I want to use. And I want to stop doing this piece right here. Okay. Let's try that. Run. Cool. Now intimidation shows down in the bottom. I only meant it for it to show up in the top though. So let's actually change. Let's actually see what I can do. Let's say I change it to insight. Good. Insight is there. Investigation is there. Good. Let's switch back to the top and go to animal handling. Good. Good. Now we can set these two different pieces up. Nice. That's not too bad. We just need a way of indicating where we are, which part of the screen we're working in. I'm still not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. I have, let's switch back over here so we get rid of that text. Let's refresh the overlay so we get rid of that. I have an asset out in somewhere out here that we use for one of the UI pieces, and I am thinking it might work to show where focus is. In fact, I have a couple of these. I got this thing. I'm not liking it. I want to go with not smoke column. Not in here, is it? Nope. I'm looking for what I think is smoke. Let's see if I can find this. Maybe swirl is the name I'm looking for. Swirl smoke, where are you? All right, this is what I think I want to use. I want to use some swirl smoke. I've got 3 different kinds of swirl smoke out here. Let's go look at, let's go bring up overlays. Do I have any swirl smoke right here that I can use? I do. Squirrel smoke A, B, and C. This is not a loop though. I need a loop of smoke. Hold on, not done yet. We have leap motion, effects, magic smoke loop. There we go. 326 frames long. The magic smoke loop. Who's loading this guy up? Dragon game. Cool. It's in handheld smoke. Sweet. Hand effects collection. Are these drawn every time? Update skeletal tracking effects. Oh, only drawn then. I bet this is only if we have skeletal data 2D. Yeah, so that's not going to help us. We're going to have to separately load it. Hey, what's happening here? I'm loading it twice. Okay, we're gonna go with this right here for now. Yeah, I've got a to-do here on that. We're gonna take that, bring it over to our Dragonfront game, and we're gonna load that up in our Dragonfront game. And then that's gonna be our indicator that's gonna tell us which of the two has focus. All right, let's go find the draw command here. I think it's draw. Draw game. Update. Goes to super update. Update screen. Wait, this is the map game. I jumped out to map. Is that what I did? Okay. Update screen. Back game, whoops. Front game. Here we go. So I could just come in here and I'm going to call this screen half indicator, maybe. Do I want to add it to the foreground? What collections do I have out here? I just have a hand effects collection. Back layer effects, okay. Front layer effects. It's got to be something in here. I guess I can just call this dot draw. That's what I can do. Like this. I'll just do this for now. We're not going to add it to anything. Like that. That's what we'll do. Let's go look at blood effects and follow where that's going. Somewhere in here we need a sprites for screen half indicator. Like that. Somewhere we're loading blood effects. Right in this space. Screen half indicator. There we go. We've opened it up. Right there, screen half indicator is there. All right. And let's kind of work our way back. Right there, contest manager. I think I want to pass in these sprites to the update call. That's what I want to do. Like that. All right, so now if we're at the top. So now we don't need to worry about this clear all text anymore. Now we need to check to see. We can do this. That'll clear them all off. And then we're going to say, hey, if it is here, we're going to say add shifted. We're going to give it the position, which is what, 960 for now. 270. Starting frame index, give it a -1, which means it's a random one. And we'll make it 220. About that color. Right there. I'm not sure if we're going to change the scale on it or not. We're going to do that. Otherwise, we're going to come down here and do the 540 plus 270. Like that. Let's see if that works. So let's refresh. Let's hit top. Let's hit bottom. Oh, whoa, there we go. Top. Sweet. Bottom. All right, cool. I think we can fade this in a little bit more is what we can do. I think I can also, I feel like I almost want to rotate it too. Almost want to rotate it. All right, so let's take a look at that. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool as an indicator in terms of where things are. Let's do this too. Let's say this is going to be out at 70, and this one is going to be at 1920 minus 70, like that. So I'll put that one over on the right and down, and this one up over there. So it'll be kind of off to the side. Let's do this. Now we can come down here and we can say, hey, auto rotation degrees per second is equal to, I don't know, 5 rotations per second. Let's give it a fade in time equal to about 500. So it'll fade in gradually right here. And also here, I think what I want to do is this, is I want to say, rotate that, I want to say sprite dot fade out now and give it a 500 millisecond fade out time. So one will fade out and the other will fade back in when we switch back and forth. Let's refresh that. All right, hitting the top button. Just waiting because I think it's just loading everything up. Not sure. Well, it might have already been top. Let me try hitting bottom and see. I think we still should have seen something. Let's hit bottom. Well, there we go. Bottom works. Top. Yeah, I think on the higher level it was already top, so it didn't change anything maybe. There we go. So now it tells you which one is active. That's kind of cool. We need to clean that up once we do the roll. So let's add that to our list of stuff to do there. Yeah, the rotation is kind of cool, I think. I think it's rotating. There, it looks like it's rotating. Yeah, I think it's rotating. Let's just verify it's rotating by switching this up to like something higher. Yeah, it's rotating. That's kind of cool too. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so now we have an indicator showing what's going on with either side. We need to clean it up. So there's going to be some sort of command that's going to look like this. If we're in clean mode, then we're going to call clean. And I think that's just going to be the essence of clean, for now at least. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, there's our clean call. We want to go to our text manager. We're going to need to add stuff in there to remove stuff from the text manager as well to get the names. All right, are we now at the point where we can now add entries? I feel like I want to add a button called clean up here just so that I can, for testing right here. Call this clean. Contest clean. If I just hit that button, will it get us to a breakpoint? It does. So now what I want to do is to create this clean. And actually, I just don't want to switch to clean. I just want it clean. Set breakpoint there, run it. All right, hit the clean button, and now we're here. All right, let's run that. Go. Not fading out. Is that because I didn't refresh the low level? Maybe that's fine. Up, down, clean. There it is. Okay, it works. Okay, good. So now the clean works. When I hit clean, I'm going to turn active to false as well. Cool. So now if I hit up, versus, I'm going to come in and say acrobatics. Good, acrobatics is up there. And now it's cool because now if I hit the bottom one, I have a strong indicator on the bottom. And now I can come into the skill, choose insight. Good, good. I'm not, Cody Roll, I think I missed this. Your screen indicator sprite array keeps growing. The array keeps growing? Let's take a look at that. I'm not sure what you're talking about on that. When I call fade out now is going to remove the element from the sprite. Pretty sure it is. What's happening in draw? I could be wrong. I might have to call update. Advanced frames. Remove expired sprites. Yeah, so draw is going to take care of that for me. So I don't think that's a problem. Okay, next I think we're down to the text is what we need to do. So we need to keep track of that in two different places. We need to keep track of text in, let me hit the clean button there so we get rid of that. Good. Oh, good. You know what else I just realized in my clean button I can do too is I can call those other pieces too. I can do the other hiding pieces that we wanted to do. Clean up context scene. Okay. Throw that down here. Add that call there. Okay. So there, we play that. We're going to hear the word acrobatics. And we can set the names, and then later we're going to come down here. If I hit clean now, we should see that go away. Good. Good. All right, let's get the sound playing. How do I play sound? I'm not sure how I do this. I was looking at this before. Got these sound effects here. SFX is the command. Do I have something called SFX? Nothing. Don't see anything called sound. Play sound command. There it is. It's just a call to play sound. Passing a file name. Cool. Okay, let's see if we can do that now. When we select a wrong place. When we do this, here's when we want to play that sound. So let's go back in to the buttons, contest, skill, acrobatics. And now what I want to do is I want to say get skill name like that. I think that's what I want. I think I want that. Get skill name, but I want that. I got to get a path to it. Let's see what we got here. Sound effects contest. So I think it's just going to be contest slash Contest slash get skill. Then we need get skill name. Like that. And then in brackets, we need a 3 there because there are 3 versions of each one of those. I didn't hear it. I heard nothing. I heard nothing. Play sound. Who else is calling this? Let's see what happens here when we do this and we hit the button. Rim shots / rim shot 2. Okay. Do I have something in here called rim shots? I don't. It's here in sound effects for DM, so it's expecting the play sounds to be there. I guess I can throw it in there. Did you refresh? No, I haven't refreshed, but I only made changes to the C# file. So the playing sound should already work. Let's try it now. I think it's going to work with that change, dragging the folder to the other piece. All right, let's do it. Arcana. And then run. Still nothing. Also, I'm expecting to hear it a lot sooner. So now, in sound effects for DMs, we have contest, and now we have those pieces right there. All right, let's see what we're passing down to it. Contest DH athletics of 3. Feels like it should work. Oh, it's not DH athletics. It's not get skill name. Wait, why is the skill name coming back to the DH? Oh, my extract method took more than I wanted. That's why it's not finding it. Okay. All right, I think get source name looks like that. Get skill name looks like this. That's what I wanted there. Okay. Now, maybe it'll work for me.
Athletics.
Better. Please sound doesn't take an additional parameter in terms of the delay. So if we're just starting, then we didn't get animal handling.
Arcana.
We get Arcana.
Insight.
Why not?
Animal handling.
Oh no, we did that time. Okay.
History. Perception. Performance. Stealth. Stealth. Survival. Stealth. Sleight of hand.
Okay. So those look like and sound like they're working now. All right, let's clean those up. Okay, sound's working. Next, we need to keep track of the names and adding those players, getting those players in here. So let's go look at that. Add NPC. It's one of the deals we need to work with. We got add player in here, I think. Way down here. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to add Fred. Okay, so now we're going to say contest DTO dot active sections. Basically, we need to say, hey, if this dot equals the top, then I'm going to say top contestants, set that dot add, I think, dot contestants dot add, and we want to add player dot first name. We need a new contestant. No parameters. Name is equal to first name, and hue shift is equal to player dot hue shift. Okay. Let's take that. Introduce a local for that. Shoot. All right. Okay, so with this, all right, this should go in a second. There it is. F10 came back. Why did it come back? Just manually turn it off. These are never initialized. Let's kill it and initialize these. Okay, noticing I'm having this sound effect to play. Not sure if I'm using this or not. Okay, think I can start. Should I? I should wrap this. Like this, and I think I should say, hey, if I think I'm going to have to create a new instance of contestants as well. And then I just want to see if the contestants is already in there. I think we're doing that if we already find them. Otherwise, we're going to say contestants dot add, and we're going to add in the contestant. Okay, that back button is starting to become functional now. I think we want a method in here called delete last contestant, like that. And I just want to basically take the last one out of here. Like that. So that's what the back button is going to do. It's going to delete the last contestant. We need to just figure out which one is active. I think it's going to be like that. Else. Okay. I think this is enough for the C# side of things. Next, we need to write code down in Typescript that checks to see, that adds the players in the right spots. Well, there's something else I need to do. It's in the contest group. The contest group has a width, and I'm not setting that. I need to set that contest group width. I need to do that in this space here. So let's do that. Let's go and hit a skill athletics. Shoot. All right, add blocked limiters. DTO.topcontestants.width is equal to get width based get scene width, get text width. There's a get text width of skill. And there we should have, don't we have a dictionary in here we created a moment ago? Scene widths. Like that. Otherwise, we're going to say return, I don't know, maybe 950, maybe 1,000. I'm not expecting to ever get down here. Okay, so we need to do that. And then down here, we need to do this. So now we're going to get those scene widths in here and see what those are. The skill is athletics. It's coming back with 1017, which I think is right.
Athletics.
And I'm assuming that's going to be right. Athletics with 1017. There it is right there. Hold on, let me delete any proof that I did that earlier today. Okay, good. Nobody knows. Hitting the clean button. It's time to switch down to Typescript now. This all feels like it's kind of working up in the top. Okay, down here in Typescript, we need to go... I guess we're going to go in that update method. Here. This looks like it can be its own method. Hide screen indicators. Hide screen indicator. Like that. Okay, so here in update, we now got a map in these kind of two different areas, I guess is what we have to do. I think we're going to need a map of sprites to the text that we put up in here. Let's go take a look at this. Animated text manager dot add text, right? So there's going to be something in here. Sorry, this dot that dot add text. It does not appear to return anything. I need to return something. There we go. Less music, I noticed. And nothing's returning back. Something just broke. No? I'm hearing it. Okay. Okay. So now we've got add text returning an animated text object. Now that I've got it, we might be able to then add a remove like this, where we accept a an animated text. Like that, and then we come into this.all text, and is there a remove? I think I got to do this, index of, animated text. If index is greater than or equal to 0, then what is it? Splice. Start is going to be index. Delete count is 1. And I think that's it. Okay. So now I've got a remove call, so I can remove the pieces, get them out of there if we have to. I've got add text, animated text manager. This is also useful if we need to move something as well. I'm not going to worry about moving anything just yet. That's going to probably be next week. All right, let's just try this. Get this text up here, and I'm going to have to end the show because I got to move on to some other things. But we'll try to get this thing working here, where we have the add text working. So this time, add text. Let's do this. We need to have a map in here. So we're going to call this our, I guess I'll call it my text map. And it's going to be a map going from, I think a string to an animated text is what I think it's going to be. So then what we can do is say this .textmap.set, and we're going to pass in, we need to go through the text. Maybe we call it update contestants. Update contestants. Set it that list. The bottom position, I think, is 540 plus 270. Or just say 540 times 1.5. That's my Y position. The X position is going to be 1920. Let's put the X position first. 1920 minus contest DTO dot bottom contestants dot width. And I'm going to pass in a right alignment on this, I think. Like that. So we're going to update contestants. The bottom contestants, they'll be right aligned out over in there, that space right over there, like at the edge of my finger. They'll be right aligned there. Containing that list of contestants. Pass in the contestants like that. Good. All right, and then we have one more of these for the top contestants. And this one is going to be top contestants.width. This is going to be 540 times 0.05, and these are going to be left aligned, like that. And I think in this space is where we're going to do those calls. So let's go make a call to update contestants. Arg1 is X, Arg2 is Y, Arg3 is the align, and I think, what did I call this? Text align, animated text align. Okay, add text. Well, here's what we need to do now. Now we need to figure out how many contestants we have. Got length equals 0. I think I can probably just do this as well. That would be the same, right? If not contestants. Then we need to kind of remove. We need to remove here. Move any that I'm now missing. That's not happening yet. I think we need 2 text maps. I think we need a top text map and a bottom one. That won't work against an empty array. Okay. And a bottom text map. Oops, got a couple changes in there I didn't want. Okay, like that. You get both of those there. Okay. So if it equals 0, we're out. Add text. Now what we need to do with the length is we need to figure out how much space we have and how many to fit. There's some sizing issues here as well. So I guess we'll do that. Let's see here. Available height is essentially equal to about 500. About maybe 490, I'm estimating. That's what's available in the top half and the bottom half of the screen. Okay, that's our available height. Then we want to say line height is equal to available height divided by contestants.length. Whoa. Like that. That's going to be maybe our max line height. Can't get any higher than that. Is available height divided by contestants' length. Like no, yeah, so we let's drop this down. I just want to get a little bit more margins in here. Okay, okay, cool. Let's look at the letters. How big are the letters? I don't think I ever measured the height of a letter at regular scale. Letter height is about, yeah, I'm going to say it's about that high from there to there. So the line height looks to be about 170 right there. Okay. So we got 170 like that. And then what I want to do is, if max line height is less than line height full scale, then what I want to do is I want to say we need to scale up here. Set that equal to 1. And then we're going to say down here, the text scale is equal like that. So we've now changed our text scale. We now have our max line height. Then we need to figure out where are we going to, we need our starting Y is what we need to figure out. Where is that going to be? Well, it's going to be, we're going to at least start off with Y, and then we're going to say Y minus Is it enough to just do this? Max line height times contestants dot length. Divided by 2. I think we're close. So my Y position is going to be here. I'm going to subtract my max line height. So my max line height is going to be my available height, which is 480. Right there. Text scale is 1. And then now what I want to do, it's not necessarily max line height. That I'm going to multiply by. It's going to be my text line height, which I need to now get to. So I'm going to now say text line height is equal to line height full scale times text scale. So we're going to come in here and we're going to use the full 170 if we've got space. So now we're going to take that 170, the Y position, and the Y position is the baseline. So we kind of actually want to say, okay, minus that, but I think we also want to say minus plus this text line height divided by 2. I think is what we want to do to get the best baseline down below a little bit. I think that's what we want to do for a start Y. And then now we've got our contestants. We're going to iterate through all our contestants. For each contestant, like that. And then we want to say animated messenger.add text. We want to go to, in order to call to update contestants, we want to choose which map to put in. I think I'll throw this at the very beginning. This dot our bottom text map. This will be our top text map here. And this dot our bottom text map, like that. Okay, those two pieces are going in. Add text. The text coming in here, we've got the, oops, I forgot to put it down in here. Text map. Okay, then we're going to come down here and we're going to say, okay, cool. Text map dot set, and the string key is going to be the name, contestant dot name, like that. And the value is going to be the return result of this call to add text. And then in here, we're going to pass in the contestant's name for the text, the X and Y. The X is going to be already passed in up at the top there. There's the X. We're going to do the guess we'll do the start Y. Use that. Then it'll be contestant dot hue shift. Dot hue shift. Anything else we need? The align and the scale. Okay. Do we actually get that right? Then we need to say, after each one of those, we want to say start Y plus equals my text line height. And there's a chance that'll do it. We're not removing any, but there's a chance that'll work. Refreshing. And let's go. So I'm hitting skill first, hitting Arcana. There it is up there. And now I'm going to hit Merkin. Okay. So now we're calling this, but we're not calling update, so we should call update. Oh, look at that. So the baseline, it's interesting. I thought I needed to move it one further down. The baseline is centered with the word Arcana. I think we're going to have to change that. Let's add lady as well. So there's our breakpoint. Run it. Okay, so we didn't remove, but we did now make space. And it seems like, yeah, we're going to have to move down by, it seems like a whole nother half. It seems like we're off in our calculations down here, that this start Y needs to be plus a whole text line height is what it seems like it needs to be. I'm just going to change that based on what I'm seeing here instead of actually figuring out with math, because I'm like, why does that make sense? It doesn't quite make sense to me. But I'm like, all right, well, let's give it a shot. Let's hit the clean button and switch back and then do it again. We're going to go in and say lady. So why did I get Merkin? Oh, because up above, we've still got both of them. We've got both of them up above. Let's go ahead and see if it's centered, though, at the least.
Acrobatics.
Okay, now that I've changed it, we need to now move these guys to the right. And I don't have anything that does that. I don't have a call to update in add skill. I need to call update here. I think if I do that, let's try it again. We're going to do intimidation. That's a pretty long one. And now we're going to call update over here. And now I think what we'll see is we'll see this text duplicated further to the right. No? Also, they're not centered over the one I was expecting it to be on. Let's hit clean again. Clean doesn't clean off the text. We need to do that as well. Are we sending clean out anywhere? I think we are. Yeah, we're sending it out right here. So the clean command goes out. When the clean command goes out, we're only hiding the screen indicator. We need to go through and find all these text and remove the text is what we need to do. All right, let's do that. Can I get anything to iterate on these for each? All right, let's try that. And what is this type? Do I have any assistance here? The value is the animated text. Do I need the key? I might need the key, like this. So for each one of these, I think I want to go into this dot animated text manager dot remove, and I want to pass in the animated text. Why don't I see the lowercase one like much sooner in the list? That's what I want. Okay, right there. So do remove on that. I guess I don't need the key. But then at the end, I want to say, can I do that? Is it as simple as doing that to clear it? Nope. There must be a clear call. You got a clear for me? There you go. I'll take it. Okay. And then I'm going to call this hide all text, and we're going to pass in the map. Okay, so now our clean should take care of both of those, clean both those pieces out. Let's see if that works. Let's do a refresh. All right, we're gonna add some more pieces in here. Lady and Merkin. Let's add a Sandra. There we go. So what's cool now though is we're seeing, yeah, and I'm thinking of maybe, I'm just gonna, you know, let's add another one. Let's add Fred. Fred, Sandra, Lady, Merkin. Yeah, okay. I want to get back and see that center line right there. It's there. So I want to go up. Yeah, it seems like I want to go up about half. It looks like I did go down too far in the in that code for going down. Let's hit the clean button, see if the text goes away. Okay, not bad, but the old text didn't go away. See that? That was like not great. I'm going back to here. This is what I had before. With multiples, it looks right, and with one, it maybe doesn't. That's kind of what we got to look at. Remove any that are now missing from contestants. So I think this looks like this. It's a for each on the text map, and then it's going to be the animated text. Type animated text, and we're going to say, and I think we get the key coming in too as well. And then we're going to say. We have to next find to see if it's in contestants. If not, this dot. Do I have an index of in contestants? I guess I do, don't I? Contestants dot index of. I'm looking for more of a function I want to pass in. Let's do this. If this dot has contestant, passing in contestants and animated, and passing in the key, which is the name. And we say if we don't have that contestant, then we want to remove it, is what we want to do. So we'll say this dot animated text manager dot remove. And then we're going to pass in the animated text. Like that. And then we're going to say text map. The text map doesn't have it anymore. No, that's not true. Text map does need to have it removed. I can't remove it yet because I'm in the middle of this for each. I think that's really bad form to remove it. So I think I need a new list of what animated texts that we're going to be removing here. So we'll say like that. So we'll say text to remove. We've got a constant. There's no remove, there's no delete, there's a delete. Just takes a key. Okay, this just needs to be of string. Like that. We're going to say text remove dot add dot push, and we're going to pass in the key. Like that. Then we're going to delete. We're going to go through all the text removes. And we're going to call delete on it. I think that might clean it up. We just need a has contestant. We need to declare that. We have a find. Find takes the predicate. See if I can remember how to do this. Is there an any on this? No, there's not an any. Find, I don't think I need anything else. Okay, and then find's probably returning what? A true or false? Returns the value of the first element. Need the return keyword. Null, or maybe just that. Can I do that? And if I say it's a Boolean, we'll be able to figure it out that I want whether it's true or not. So it's not equal to what? Undefined? Is that what I do? How do I tell that it's a valid value or not equal to null? I don't understand quite the difference there. Let me know if you think that's going to work or not. Has contestant right there. Take a look at that. What do you think? I'll throw that in the chat room.
Dude,
Yeah, what do you think?
check out the chat room.
Need it in here. I didn't know that. I need it here. Like that. And I need it in both. But then now this part is like return not undefined. Is that what I'm thinking of? Not. This is the part I'm not sure about. Should that be null or undefined? Does it matter? Do I need to like make sure it's not both not undefined and not null? That's what I want. Okay. So has contestant is there. All right, let's refresh it and see what we got. See if it's a mess. See if it's beautiful. All right, here we go. Lady. Who else? Cutie. Can I add? I can't add Cutie because she's not in the game. Unless I change the players here. Let's go into clean. My clean upstairs here needs to also remove all of those other players that we've added up here. So we need to come into our contest DTO. Maybe we just set that equal to null. Maybe we do that. And then we come back in and now let's hit Merkin. Okay, in the wrong place because I don't have a skill yet. Arcana. Okay, moves it. We don't kill that one, so we need to kill that one. But now I don't think our cleaning code is killing the existing ones. But now let's see if we add a lady. Does this Merkin go away and a new one move up above? It does not go away. Well, dang. So we're close. We're just not perfect and beautiful. But we are getting everything to fit. So I'm liking that pieces are fitting. That's for the top. Let's go down to the bottom. Let's add the same people to the bottom. See what we got here. Oh, that's Cutie. No worries. Lady. There we go. There's lady at the bottom. That's far off from where it should be. Oh, no, it's not, because we haven't set a skill down here. Intimidation.
Intimidation.
There we go. Now lady's over there. Okay. And Sandra, there we go. And let's hit 12 and add NPC. Where's our add player? Oh, we got the same method name. Add contestant, like this. Let's decompose this parameter. And so we'll take the name and the Q shift. So now all I need to do is call this from where I was. The problem, though, I think I'm going to have is I need to get to all in-game creatures dot get by index, passing in value. Let's see if we can do that. Why is this all red? Let's just see what happens. F10. Oh, it's a decimal. Let's cast it to an int right there. Can I cast it to an int? Looks like I can. Do we get an in-game creature? We do. Then we're going to say add contestant. We're going to pass in the, do I get a first name? Creature, do I have a name? Okay. And then in-game creature. Do I have a hue shift? I don't have a hue shift for the in-game creature. Do I have it in the creatures property? Shoot. I do. All right, let's take that. So I think we're here. Primrose Pippingsley. That's a lot of text. I only want the first name. So we're going to need to get that. Let's put a to-do in here. Get first name. Got some to-dos here. We need to clean up. There's some mess here on the screen. I can see it. We need to clean up. You hit the clean button here. Clean button only cleans up the ones from before. So the secondary cleanup. We need to clean up all entries. Clean up entries when we move. First name for in-game creatures. We need to check available width and scale down font. So like in the case of Primrose Pippingsley, not enough space there. Scale down font to fit horizontally. We need at least those things right there. I feel like we're getting closer, and we need to actually roll the dice, right? Get the dice roll out, and then get the results. So we'll probably be working on this next week to finish this up. That's it. I'm going to get a raid going. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. with us? Yeah, Cody Gorilla says it's because it's still a contestant and then gets duplicated when it moves. Yeah. It's not cleaned up there. I'm going to have to look into that. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll send it over to Chill Codes. Looks like she's working on the that assembler game. Have a good day, everybody. I will not be in tomorrow. No show tomorrow. We'll see you Friday.